very grateful to Guruji for having this time for us to give us some of his wisdom, shed some light on our path. And if there's any questions afterwards, you can just write them down on paper there and we'll get them answered here. So let us listen and try to be open and set aside the part of the mind that gets in the way of truly hearing the truth.
Somebody? Dear brothers and sisters, on the previous Sunday, so many things I told you. Before starting today's lecture, again I want to say it clearly to you that don't try to find out the poorness of my language, because I haven't got any good control on English. It is quite clear. Even then I am trying my best to explain spirituality in a good way. So last time, on the previous Sunday, I told you that the Indian philosophers, the Indian saints and sages, they put three ways towards us for the God realization. One is called Karma Yoga, the other is called Jnana Yoga, and the third is called Bhakti Yoga. These are the three ways they put towards us. So my suggestion was on that day that all the three are necessary for every human being who want his or her spiritual development. Though there are some saints who will press on one of them, that only Karma Yoga is sufficient. Somebody will say that only Jnana Yoga is sufficient. Somebody say only Bhakti Yoga is sufficient. But from my research, from my point of view, all these three is necessary for a complete development of life. You see, the famous philosopher of Europe, one person, one young man, put a question towards him that how it is possible to develop our personality fully, completely. The answer the philosopher gave, that live dangerously. The answer he gave, that live dangerously. If you want a complete development of your personality, live dangerously. And here is the obstacle. Nobody wants to accept the dangerous life. Everybody wants to live in a limit. God is limitless. And when you will put yourself in limitless, you will have to face the insecurity also. But natural, but we want to be security every time. So we are accepting limits. In religion also, in philosophy also, we accepted only limits. So these three things I described on that day, that Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga and Jnana Yoga. Now see the life. These all things is based on the practical life, not something I am imposing by the name of philosophy on your life. You see, from the very childhood, we all have three things in our life. We do something, we know something, and we accept something. Right? To do, to know, to accept. There are three things in every man's life. From the very childhood you will find all these three. We do something, we know something, we accept something. Now the Indian saints and sages, the philosophy of India says that what you are doing, do it correctly. When you will do it correctly, it will become Karma Yoga. What you know it completely, then the knowing will become Jnana Yoga. And what you accept it wholeheartedly, then it will become Bhakti Yoga. So how one can ignore how I can reject that I will not do anything? How I can reject that I will not know anything? How I can reject that I will not wholeheartedly love somebody or do? So all these three things is necessary in every life. We have to do, we have to know, we have to accept also. So when and I also gave a suggestion on that day, do as if you are not doing. Then the doing will become a spiritual doing. Know as you are not knowing. And a very important thing I want to tell you here, that the knowledge of the God, truth, religion and love. God, truth, religion and love, only subjective knowledge is possible. You cannot have a objective knowledge of these four things. Do you know what is the subjective knowledge? If you will live in love, then you may be able to know what is the love is. If you want to have an objective knowledge of love, if you will read so many books about the love, even then you will become nil. You will not be able to know what is the love is. So all these four things require subjective knowledge. So the spiritual knowledge is actually a subjective knowledge, it's not objective knowledge. So when you will do properly, it will become Karma Yoga. When you will know completely, it will become Jnana Yoga. And when you will accept wholeheartedly, it will become Bhakti Yoga. Now, again one step more. Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, they are all three means. They are not the end in itself. Note it properly. They are all the means. They are not the end. What is the end? All the three which will merge into the Nitya Yoga. It's a very important word of Indian philosophy, Nitya Yoga. When all the three, they will merge into Nitya Yoga. What is this Nitya Yoga? Somebody call it Mahayoga also. But the proper word which is used by our Indian sages is Nitya Yoga. Nitya Yoga is a word combination of two words, Sanskrit, Nit and Yog. Nit plus Yog is Nitya Yoga. Nit plus Yog. What is Nitya? Nit, who has an authentic existence, who exists continuously and continuously, constantly and continuously, whose existence is constant and continuous, authentic existence. The word nit indicates that whose existence is constant and continuous. And yoga means to unite. The meaning is to become one with that very existence, that essential existence, authentic existence which exists every time. That is one. That is called Nitya Yoga. That is the end. These three is the means. Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, they are the means to reach the Nitya Yoga. And there is a practical difficulty also. And difficulty is this, that if I will put myself always in the Nitya Yoga, it is difficult for me to give lecture to you. What is a practical difficulty? I will have to come one step down. Otherwise I cannot preach anything to you. I cannot tell you everything. Every time if I will remain in Nitya Yoga, that is something so much full of bliss, so much full of joy, so much full of happiness. Who will like to come and talk with you? So I will have to compel myself to come one step down, then I may be able to talk to you, to give you some preaching, some lectures, and to tell you what is it. So I think now this Nitya Yoga, three is merged into the Nitya Yoga and is also called Mahayoga, superior yoga, senior yoga. Mahayoga, you can say senior, junior yoga and senior yoga is new word. Junior yoga and senior yoga. That is the highest state of yoga.
Super yoga.
Huh?
Super yoga.
Super yoga, yes, is a good word. Super yoga also. So now this topic was on last Sunday. I made it quite clear for you. Not today. One thing on that day, on Sunday, I told you something about the completeness of the life, totality of the life. That I will explain you afterward. First of all, I want to put towards you a thought, a verse of a Indian saint who born in India about more than 400 years ago. Before putting his verse, I want to tell you one story. A small boy, he was playing in sunlight. Help karna bhai. He was playing in sunlight. His shadow was on the ground. That small boy was trying to catch the head of the shadow. That small boy was trying to catch the head of the shadow. He was trying for it. But he was not getting success. Because the moment he put his hand forward, the shadow will also go forward. Continuously for a long time he was trying, not getting success. Then that boy starts to cry. And the mother, who was sitting near, who was seeing all these things, he reached to near the boy, ran up to the boy, reached there, and said, what is the matter? Why are you crying? What is the matter? The boy said, well, Mummy, I want to catch the head and I'm not getting success. Then the mother said, don't worry, it is possible. You will catch the head. What the mummy did, what is the mother did? He take the hand of the boy and put it on his own head. When he put it on his own head, the shadow of the hand also reaches on the head. Then he said, see, are you not catching your head there? He said, yes, I am catching. And the boy will become happy. This is the spirituality. The spirituality says that for the God's sake, don't run before shadow. Shadow is Maya. The word is used in philosophy, Maya. Don't run before the shadow, otherwise you will not get the success. Catch yourself and the shadow will be yours. This is the main thinking, that if you ignore yourself and try to find out, you see, we possess money, we possess property, we possess knowledge, we possess virtue, we possess experience, we possess name, we possess fame, and so many things we possess, and they are not making our ego strong. By this possession, the result is that the ego continuously becomes strong and strong and strong. We are becoming possessor. We are possessing something. Now we have to find out some way that how we should live among all these things. That is a real spiritual way. So the teaching of Saint, the words which I am going to put towards you, first I will say it in Hindi, then I will translate it. It is Jal mein meen pyasi mohi sun sun aave hasi. Have your attention please. Very important topic which I am giving to you. Jal mein meen pyasi mohi sun sun aave hasi. The literal meaning, gross form of this, the meaning of this verse, subtle form, and then divine form. Now I am translating it. In the water, fish lives in the water, always remain in the water, right? Fish always remain in the water. This verse says that fish remain in the water, and still fish remain thirsty. Water is above him, down him, in front of him, back of him, left of him, right of him. Every side he is covered with water. Is every side. Jal mein, jal, water. Jal mein, in the water, mean is the fish. In the water, fish, mean pyasi, and in the water, the fish is thirsty. And the saint says, by seeing this thing, I am feeling.
I can but laugh.
Huh?
I can but laugh.
I can but laugh. It's a very lofty, huh? Loft. No, it's not a proper word. Continuously, this thing is.
I'm watching this whole scene. He's laughing and laughing and laughing. What is going on?
It's a thing for me to laugh. The saint says it is a thing for me to laugh that the fish is in the water Above fish is water, down is water, everywhere is water, he is in the water, even then he is thirsty, thirsty. I am speaking for Indian fish, I don't know what about no, very frankly, I don't know whether American fishes, what are they doing, but Indian fishes, for them I am speaking. So,
They have computers.
this is a very good phrase, very, very good phrase. Very, very good teaching of a saint. That the fish is in the water, still he is thirsty. You know what is the reason? In the throat of the fish, there is a thorn. Thorn is always in the neck, in the throat of the fish. As long as the fish will remain in a सीधी तरती रहेगी, direct,
Straight.
in a straight direction, the fish will not be able to get water inside. Though he is in the water, around him is water, everywhere is water, but still the fish will remain thirsty as long as directly, straight, in a straight way, if he will remain in the water. Now the saint is saying that to see this thing, I feel too much love. What is this happening? Now you know what will happen, how the fish become to fulfill his thirst. The only way is when the fish will turn himself on his back. Fish in a straight way, he is in the water. The water will not enter by his mouth inside, he will remain thirsty. And if he will say that, no, I will not take the turn, I will not take the turn on my back. In this way I will only try to take the water, the fish will die. She will not get success, it is sure. So when the fish will take a turn on his back, the moment he takes the turn, the thorn, which is the obstacle in his neck, is set aside, get aside. And there a space comes in his neck, in his throat, and easily water will enter in by his mouth, in his stomach, and he will fulfill his thirst. You see, this is all complete of spirituality and especially meditation. Jal, water. The saint used water as a symbol of the God consciousness. The saint used the water as a symbol of God consciousness. As the God consciousness is around us, above us, down us, left, right, inside, outside, everywhere the God consciousness is present. So the saint is using this water as a symbol of the God. And fish as our individual life. This fish is as a symbol of our individual life. So in our individual life, if I will not make a return back journey, which is called meditation, I will not be able to fulfill my thirst. Everybody is thirsty, want God consciousness. So fish is the individual life, individual soul. So here the saint is saying that as the fish will remain thirsty, in the same way, if the man is only going outside, and then what is this you see in this way? Soul and body. Our life is a combination of two things. In Sanskrit we say Jad or Chetan. Jad Chetan, they are two things. Soul and body. The light of the God starts from soul and reaches the body. In between body and soul, there is mind. Though mind is nothing. Mind is only a working. So long as we are thinking, the mind is in working, that is mind. But still it is on a very important position in our life. In one side it is connected, it has a connection with body, and other side with soul, with Atma. So the light starts from the Atma, reach up to the mind, from mind to the body, and from body to the object outside. This is the outward journey. Now to make it return journey, means the fish will go on his back, return on his back. This return journey from object, the light will come back to the body. Five senses, eyes, nose, throat, come back. Then from body to mind, and from mind to soul. This is called meditation. This is a process of meditation. So the saint says, Jal mein meen pyasi, as long as this light is going outside, the main प्यास को क्या कहेंगे?
Thirst.
The main thirst will not be fulfilled. So if somebody wants to fulfill that thirst, just as the fish will have to take a turn on his back, so he will have to take a return on his back, and he come back, return back journey. This is called meditation. So jal mein mi pyasi, moi sun sun have hasi. I'm again trying to explain. Suppose you have a bag. Suppose you have a bag. If I will ask a question to you, that whose bag is this? Suppose you have a bag, and if I will ask this question to you, whose bag is this? What is your answer?
Mine.
This bag is mine. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Huh? You will give only this. This bag is mine. If I will ask this question, whose bag is this? Then you will reply, this bag is mine. Now, how it is possible to say that this bag is mine? Because you and the bag have two separate entities, right? And you and bag is separate. You are not the bag. Bag is separate and you are separate. And because the bag and you are separate, then you are only in a position to say that bag is mine. Correct? Clear? Bag is mine. Now see. Very interesting, and very easily you will catch the spirituality. If I will ask the same question, that whose body is this, what answer you will give? I'm asking, what answer you will this? If I will ask this question, whose body is this?
It's me.
This body is mine. What answer you will give? If I will ask this question, whose body is this? And this body is mine. As you gave the answer about the bag, and this answer you are giving. This is not something new I am imposing you. Anybody will ask this question, not myself, anybody will ask this question. If a doctor, whose body is this? You said, doctor, this body is mine. Whose body is this? This body is mine. Now when you say that this body is mine, what information it gives? You are separate from the body. Otherwise, how you dare to say that this body is mine? As you are saying that bag is mine, you are separate and bag is separate. And again, I am asking the same question about your body. You are saying body is mine. So it is quite clear that there is a separation between you and your body. It is a wrong identification with the body you have adopted. This is ignorance. Body is mind. It means your entity, your existence is quite separate from the body. Now, we will enter another more inside the meditation process. If I will ask this question to you, that how is your mind, and what about what is the position of your mind? Immediately you will give answer, well sir, my mind is still very sharp. Or you will say, my mind is not too much sharp as it was before. You will give this answer. My mind is not too much sharp as it was. Again you are using the same word, my mind. Whose mind is this? My mind. It is quite clear that your existence is not with the mind. You are separate and mind is separate. You are using the same sentence as you are using for the bag, as you are using for the body. That my mind is not so sharp, or my mind is too much sharp. So again, my mind it means now find out that what is your authentic existence. You are not the body, you are not the mind. If you will say that leave the body, leave the mind, what about the intellect? The same answer you will give for the intellect also. Nowadays my intellect is not so much penetrating as it was before. Due to my old age, my intellect is not so much. My intellect, mine or my, the meaning is the same. My intellect, this is my bag, this is my body, this is my mind, this is my intellect. So as the bag and you are separate, in the same way there is a separation between you and the intellect. So now it is quite clear, you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are not the intellect. Then who are you? What is your real existence? What is your authentic existence? What is your essential existence? That is to find out. That is the meditation to tell you what is your real existence is. Now, if suppose you go to deep sleep, in a very deep sleep, when you wake up by the sleep, and if I will ask a question to you, well, where you was in the sleep, a very important question. Where you was in the sleep, what answer you will give to me? Swamiji, I was in a very deep sleep. I don't know where I was. Huh? Right? Mm-hmm. I don't know where I was. This is the answer from you. You are saying that in the deep sleep, I don't know where I was. I don't know where I was is only a negative information you are giving to me. You haven't got a positive information about the sleep. That is the only thing. Now, who is present there in the sleep? Who is giving this negative information? Your body is in the sleep, inactive. Your mind is in the sleep, inactive. Your intellect will in the sleep, inactive. Your ego will in the sleep, intellect, inactive. Everything was in a complete deep sleep. Who is completely very watchful every time, that who is giving you this answer that I don't know where I was. It is only negative thought you are giving, but still you are giving a thought. Somebody has catched it. Who catched that thing? Who existed at that time when you are in the deep sleep? What is the conclusion of it? It means there is some existence. In spite of my body is not working, mind and God, intellect is not, everything in the deep sleep, everything in it, still he will always remain in a watchful state. Say that authentic existence will never go into sleep. I think it is quite correct, quite all right. And this is how you can know from your practical life what is the real spirituality is. What are you? Who am I? These are the main questions to ask with you. What do you know? Now, again, टाइम कितना होगा?
12:30.
नहीं, हाँ?
12:30.
What you know is not correct, is not true. What you know is not correct, is not true. Who knows you, he is true. What you know, anything you know about science, you know about other things, so many things in this world, whatever knowledge you have, whatever you know is not the truth. One who knows you is the truth. Clear? One who knows you, who is not in the sleep. When you are in the deep sleep, still he was in a waking state. So what you know is not truth. One who knows you is the truth. If you want to know one who knows you, you will have to forget all that what you know. And if you are not prepared to leave all that which you know, which you have collected from so many information here and there, that may be helpful for your livelihood, they may be helpful to earn the money, but for spirituality they are useless. They are of no use. So if you are not in a position, if you don't think to leave what you know, you don't think that you may be able to know one who knows you. Come, the clear formula. No hesitation is there, everything is clear. But band kar de bhai. I think the topic is quite sufficient and in a very, in spite of my poor English, I tried from my side to explain the spirituality in a very, very easy way so that you can catch it and get inspired by it. Now I am...
3 questions.
If you have any questions concerning what you heard today, you can write down, and next time we can answer them. And there's some questions that came before Satsang, so we'll just ask Guruji for that. You want to leave this out?
No, it's easy for me.
How may I improve my focus and concentration as a student so I do not diminish or forget my purpose?
For this, the answer is you have to withdraw all the tendencies, all the thought waves which are wandering outside. This is the only answer of it. Clear?
Second question. I have a problem in keeping a regular daily meditation practice. Is there any suggestions towards that end? And also, how long and when shall one meditate?
Minimum time for meditation from my side, I will say at least for 25 minutes daily, 25 minutes at least. And if somebody will do 45 minutes, it's a very good. And if somebody will remain in a state of meditation for 3.5 hours continuously, he will be able to realize the God on the very day. 3.5 hours continuously in this state of meditation. You see, you are not, I think in here America, nobody make a clear vision about the meditation. You know what is the meditation is? Meditation is number one, to know the nature of the mind. Number two, to know the impressions of the mind, which is from the past, impressions on the mind. And number three, to know how the mind is working. And all these three is not as same in everybody. Every individual has a different type of, so everyone in meditation he has to find out what is the nature of his mind. Then what are the impressions mind has, and then how it is working. It is called mental mechanism. In psychology they say to know the mental, that in spirituality we take it not only one thing, all the three. And to change the way of working of the mind is not very difficult, is easy. To remove the impressions of the mind is also not very difficult, it is easy. But to transfer the nature of the mind is really a difficulty. Because already the nature has been formed, so whatever I told today in the lecture, to make it a spiritual nature, it will take time. This is real meditation. In meditation, we first find out we directly, what is the nature of my mind? Then we find out what are the impressions in the mind. In Hindi we say, so मन के स्वभाव को जानना, मन के संस्कारों को जानना, मन के काम करने के ढंग को जानना. These are the three things. So.
Another question. Diksha talks about resonating within with the sound. Could you please discuss this?
Yeah.
And I mentioned about resonating with the sound, within, with the sound.
Resonating with.
We were doing Om Shanti there and Jyoti. So how to resonate with the sound? If you could explain resonating with the sound.
You were saying. You said.
This you will give the answer. Whose question is this? All right. You please contact her. Or personally I will tell you, that is not a problem.
You can write down the questions next time. You sit through the whole thing. Sleep over it.
Yeah, it takes a little time to absorb this and to allow ourselves to stay open and receptive to hearing this truth.
And this will be clearer when he starts meditation sessions later on.
We have a sign-up sheet there for those who would like to have special meditations with Swamiji, and we'll be organizing that this Staten Island and the city. And for those that find attunement and would like to have more information on mantra initiation and getting more deeply connected with the teachings of Swamiji, can also sign up. We have some books available, Essential Teachings of Guruji and Meditation, and his pendants, which are charged by the Guru Mantra, and are Ashtadhatu, 8 metals, very powerful way to connect with the source, for healing and for meditation. And for those who would like to do some karma yoga, some divine service, we always have something for you to help with. So it's available for you, and just see what you want from people then. And those who would like books to have them signed, then you can give those books and we'll get them signed for you by Guruji.
Can we have a shot?
Picture.
Sure. What?
Can we have a picture with you?
Group picture? Group picture?
Yeah, a kind of group
Yeah,
picture.
group
Is it possible?
I mean,
Yeah, group picture.
Wait,
We sit together.
everybody? Oh, they have to gather around the
Yeah,
swamp.
gather.
Yes, you can just sit out.
Gather around. Isn't there, John?
Can you get everyone in? Or?
Yeah, if you can't see me, I can't see you.
Uh-huh. Okay.
It's the name of the game. Nice smile, Swami. Couple more.
Yeah.
And some people need to lean in a little more because you're kind of can't see in the frame. Flash is firing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just one more. Perfect.
Thank you so much.